Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Saints coming in at 1-4, going up against the Cowboys, who come in at 4-1.
Thank you very much, Larry. As usual, the streets in the nearby French Quarter are alive as we are in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to spin free. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Let's go! And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So it'll be first down here after the run. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
As a DN, when you play the run, you don't always have to make the tackle. Just have to use the right technique to make sure the play goes where you want it to. And in this case, did an excellent job stringing this one out and making the tackle at the end of it.
And for a loss. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
This now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Rankins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The slot man in motion right.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of 4. Play fake. He'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A first half update now from Philadelphia. The Raiders are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They'll run with Mack. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And they give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is knocked down from the side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll set up to throw. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Three yards to go here on second down.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. Blue landing. Gone.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Back to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing right, and that's complete. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there, 79 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Looks to be right around the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Back to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Will Lutz on for the point after. Not no good. He missed it. Missed the PAT. And this will remain a 5-point game. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Here we go now. 3-19. All right, now look at 56.
Now back to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not the yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Detroit, Detroit, set, blue, landing, back 99 Philly, here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Green 39, green 39.
Looking to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Set, blue, landing, over.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, Let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground with Mack. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a carry for Mack. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Back to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Blue, landing. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll drop to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Here's Bailey now for the extra point.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
And his kick is good. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
Set. Green, 30. Back 99.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Buying time to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And now here come the Cowboys. They built up that lead at intermission. And they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now. And all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays. And right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit!
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know as a defensive back, I was taught to play it the way that we just saw. Use the back line as an extra defender and make sure they throw it over your head and not in front of you. In front of you means it's a touchdown. Over your head, you've got a much better chance.
And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They find some open field here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd down and 4.
No. Check. Patriot.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The Saints on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A big hit. Knocked out sideways at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise, because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Cook, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch you now, Barney. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Set. Green 39.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on third down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up fourth.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. The Raiders, they've added on, extending their lead a bit further. A victory there would mean their 6th on the year. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over, I tell you. He seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set! Green, 30. No. Check. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves.